Barcelona forward slowly becoming the architect of his own decline. Robert Lewandowski's position as Barcelona's unquestioned attacking reference point is beginning to show signs of erosion this season. Not because the Polish striker has suddenly declined beyond usefulness, but because Ferran Torres has emerged with a level of sharpness and energy that Hansi Flick increasingly finds difficult to overlook. At 18 months into his Barca project, Flick has made it clear that intensity and mobility are essential in his front line, and given Lewandowski's age, the contrast with Ferran's dynamism becomes more apparent by the week. Barcelona's 5-3 demolition of Real Betis last weekend illustrated this shift perfectly. Ferran scored a superb hat-trick and looked every bit the forward around whom Flick could build his attack. Yet even after such a display, the manager handed Lewandowski the starting role against Eintracht Frankfurt, perhaps hoping that experience and opportunity would help the veteran regain momentum. Failing to grab the opportunity. Unfortunately, the opposite unfolded. Lewandowski endured another frustrating evening, finishing the match without a goal for the fourth consecutive game. It was, on paper, the ideal setting for him to regain confidence, as he was facing a Frankfurt backline that has conceded more than any other in the Bundesliga and ranks among the Champions League's weakest defensive units. But the expected breakthrough never arrived. Throughout the match, Lewandowski looked isolated and disconnected from the team's attacking mechanisms. He struggled to press with the intensity Flick demands and found little space to attack behind the defense. As such, Lewandowski certainly remains an elite footballer, but the reality is that Ferran is setting the pace. Unless the Pole rediscovers his scoring rhythm soon, his once unquestionable status may continue to slip, just like his future at Barcelona.
A Liga club weighing up loan move for Barcelona forward report. Rooney Bargi's debut season at FC Barcelona has not been easy, with the Swedish winger barely getting minutes on the field. The presence of Lamine Yamal as a guaranteed starter on the right flank leaves the 19-year-old summer signing having to feed off scraps when it comes to playing minutes. So far, in all competitions, Bargi has played only 11 times, clocking 264 minutes, in which he has 1 goal and 2 assists. Villarreal eyeing Bargi move in January. Given the situation, there have been talks of a potential loan exit in the January transfer window for Bargi. Now, according to Fishage, Villarreal are weighing up a move for Bargi in the upcoming winter window. The Yellow Submarine want to take advantage of their strong league form to strengthen a team that continues to grow, with the Barcelona winger emerging as a target. The Barcelona attacker made a positive impression on Villarreal's coaching staff after his brilliant performance against Real Betis, where he showed flashes of his quality. That match strengthened the Yellow Submarine's intention to request a loan that would give the player regular minutes. As mentioned earlier, Bargi has struggled to establish himself in Hansi Flick's team due to the heavy competition on the wings. This lack of opportunities opens the door to a temporary departure in January. Although Barcelona value his talent, they understand that he needs continuity to grow. Joan Laporta and Deco recognize that investing in a loan could accelerate his adaptation to Spanish football, which makes Villarreal's proposal appealing. In case the Blaugrana decide to go ahead and sanction his loan exit, their priority would be to ensure a destination that guarantees minutes for the player and a defined role. And, as per the report, Villarreal's proposal to take Bargi offers prominence and continuity, along with a strong competitive context, elements that could convince Barca to authorize the loan. Barcelona handed huge boost as key defensive target decides to leave current club report. Barcelona have received a major boost in their pursuit of Borussia Dortmund defender Nico Schlotterbeck, as Fishage reports that the 26-year-old has now made the internal decision to leave the Bundesliga club. The development places Barca in a favorable position ahead of the 2026 summer window, in which elite European sides are expected to battle for his signature. Schlotterbeck has rapidly become one of the most sought-after centre-backs in Europe. Although his contract at Dortmund runs until 2027, and even with a renewal offer already on the table, the German international is attracting interest from some of the biggest institutions, including Barcelona, who see him as an ideal addition to reinforce Hansi Flick's defensive structure for the long term. What made him take this decision? The likelihood of his departure increased dramatically following Dortmund's surprising Champions League draw against Bordeaux. In the aftermath, Schlotterbeck made unusually strong public comments criticizing the club's sporting direction. For a player considered one of the leaders inside the dressing room, these statements sent shockwaves through German football. They also intensified uncertainty behind the scenes at Dortmund, where relations between the defender and the board are reportedly strained. With tension rising and the player's ambitions now at odds with the club's current trajectory, a summer exit appears more probable than ever. Schlotterbeck wants a project that matches his competitive expectations, and several top clubs are ready to offer exactly that. Significant competition. Among the interested parties, Bayern Munich consider him a strategic signing to strengthen their defense with a German international entering his prime years. Meanwhile, Barcelona and Real Madrid both view him as a rare market opportunity, a physically imposing defender with the technical quality needed to fit seamlessly into their footballing philosophies. Barcelona midfield ace expected to return to the pitch by mid-February. Gavi is one of the few Barcelona players currently sidelined due to an injury, as he continues to recover after going under the knife once more in September. It was a devastating blow for the young midfielder, who has barely played any football for both club and country over the last 2 years or so. Even though Barcelona have been extremely cautious with Gavi's fitness, he has been truly unlucky and continues to remain sidelined this season. Return date set for Gavi. However, in what could be a major boost for Barcelona, it appears Gavi is gunning for a return to the pitch by mid-February. According to Sport, Gavi is recovering as per the schedule with no risks currently being taken with regard to his fitness. The midfielder is currently doing gym work, building strong muscles in his right quadriceps to minimize stress on his knee. He is also working to improve the flexibility in his joints. If the Spaniard can follow this progress, he could be back to full fitness in the month of February and perhaps even become available for the UEFA Champions League playoff round, provided Barcelona do not reach the top 8. In the meantime, Gavi, while remaining on the sidelines, is helping the team through his presence in the locker room. During Barcelona's poor phase earlier in the season, Gavi was working tirelessly to lift the mood in the dressing room. Things have improved since, with Barcelona now even establishing a solid lead over Real Madrid at the top of the league table. What remains is for Gavi himself to get back to full fitness and start contributing for Barcelona. If everything goes well, Barca will be blessed by the return of both Gavi and Olmo in the first 2 months of 2026.